Alright, it's time for another movie review. Haven't done a movie review in a while, so it's been a long time since I've done another cool movie review from one of my favorite movies. Before I start this video, I just hope 2020 will end soon. This coronavirus. I just hope this crap will end. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's pray that this coronavirus will end in 2021. It probably won't end anytime soon, but still, let's all pray. Anyway, this movie, I used to watch this all the time as a kid, and I still love it to this day. I just watched this, maybe last month. I haven't seen this film in a long time, but it is still one of my all-time '80s comedies. My Best Friend is a Vampire from 1988, starring what's his name, Robert Sean Leonard as Jeremy Capello. It's about this teenager who has a crush on this like high school nerd, but not really a nerd. She's in the band, and he delivers groceries to this attractive lady who he doesn't know is a vampire, and she invites him over to have sex with him, and when he has sex, she gets bitten, and these vampire hunters are played by Professor McCarthy, played by David Warner, and his sidekick Grimsdyke, played by Paul Wilson. They spy on him, and when before they were getting before they sorry, let me drink my water. I get confused and I talk too fast when I do these videos. Anyway, Professor McCarthy and Grimsdyke, they bust into her mansion, and she eventually bites Jeremy, and he doesn't know it yet, but he's turning into, he becomes a vampire. And what's that guy's name? Who was kind of spying on him too, but he's really a good guy. He's a vampire also, Murdoch. I can't pronounce the actor's name. He was also in Vincent. He died a couple years ago. But anyway, he knows that he's a vampire, and when he tells Jeremy, he doesn't believe him. Would you believe that you're a vampire even though you can't see yourself in the mirror and your skin is turning white? You don't want to hear the truth that you're turning into a vampire, even though there's evidence right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Jeremy, he decides to ask Dara Blake out on a date, played by Cheryl Pollack. I hope I pronounced her name right. If I pronounce her name wrong, I'm sorry. You know how I am. And when he takes her on top of the hill, like when you make out with a teenager in a car, you go on top of the hill and you start to make out. If the '50s and the TV show Happy Days when teenagers do that stuff. I don't know if they do it anymore. They used to go into the woods when they see on this hill, and they drive their car, and a boyfriend or girlfriend will start to make out. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know if they do that anymore. Maybe they just text each other about it, but still. Anyway, Jeremy, he starts getting these weird cravings. He wants to bite her, but he doesn't want to do that. He gets hungry for blood, but he deserts Darla Blake in the middle of the woods, and he goes to this late night grocery store, and he asks the butcher. Let me start over. I meant to say was when Jeremy goes to the butcher shop, he asks the butcher for pig's blood, and he drinks it, and he realizes he's a vampire, and he's got to live a vampire life, but still lives a teenage life. That's kind of it. I don't want to ruin the whole movie. It's basically Professor McCarthy, Grimsdyke spying on Jeremy, and Jeremy's friend. I forget who plays his friend and his friend's name, but it really is a cool movie. I definitely loved the cover when I was a kid. My Best Friend is a Vampire. I still to this day, this is a cool cover. Jeremy gets turned into a vampire and he realizes he is a vampire, but he's still a teenager. This really has some cool scenes, especially when Murdoch tells Jeremy that like the next several years he's still going to look like a teenager. Because Jeremy thinks Murdoch is like 40 something, but he's really like a, how old was he? I can't remember. 150. He's been that old. But at first, Jeremy just didn't like to hear that because I'm going to be a teenager for the rest of my life. I like the scene where Jeremy goes when he takes daughter when he takes daughter on a date. He meets his parents and his daughter's father wants to know if he wants to drink. We'll have a drink, and he says no. I'm driving, and he says, "Of course, good man." Yeah, Cassie Bates. She plays daughter's mother. She has a small role. And Fanny Flagg, who wrote the book Fried Green Tomatoes. She plays Jeremy's mother. I also like Jeremy's father. The scene where Jeremy's father he puts down his newspaper and Jeremy says, "Dad, you're bald." And you gotta watch the movie to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, my best friend is a vampire. Check this out. It's really a cool vampire 80s. One of the cool vampire 80s flicks like Once Bitten. My best friend is a vampire. What else? I would say Transylvania 65000. One of those cool dark comedies of the 80s. And I might review Repossessed Next. I definitely got to review that. That's a funny movie. Anyway, that's it. I just want to talk about My Best Friend is a Vampire. I didn't want to do a whole review of it, but it's still a good film. Anyway, I'm out. Take it easy. I might review Repossessed next.